I went to Vegas for 4 days and I spent less than $400, including 3 nights in New York, New York. How did I do it? Stick around to find out. So I arrived at New York, New York at 4 p.m. and checked in. There wasn't much of a line, to be honest. So after checking out the room, I head over to CVS and buy a couple of bottles for about $15. And then I head over to the Stranger Things exhibit and I get myself a little gift which cost me about $20. On the way back, I stop in Park MGM and play some slots for the first time this trip. I stick a 20 in and get a drink from the cocktail waitress when she comes around and tip her $3. Sadly, no luck this time on the slots, but I had a small amount of fun for half hour plus a drink. I cash out $2. I'm getting kinda hungry now, so I head over to Panda Express in the Showcase Mall and get myself a bowl of fried rice with mushroom chicken and head back to my room and eat it with the bottles of water I got earlier. After a rest, watching the good old television, I felt like heading downstairs for a little gamble and a drink. Spend $20, and I get another drink from the cocktail waitress and tip her $3. Things aren't going so well so far, and I lose everything except for a single dollar, so I cash that out and turn in for the night. Day 2, head down to Starbucks for a morning coffee, and why not have another little gamble? Stick $20 into a machine, no drink this morning, but a nice little bonus gives me a cash out of $32. Great, I'm already up on the day. So it's time for a walk up to Fashion Show, but a quick stop in Walgreens for a Snickers and a soda, $10 there. Starting to feel a little hungry on my way, so it's time for a bite to eat. A couple of tacos from Taco Bell will do the trick no problem, cost about $7. Once in Paris, I decided to pop in and have another gamble and a drink. I get a drink from the cocktail waitress and tip her $5 because I just hit a $50 bonus and I'm feeling a little flush. Things go downhill badly, I get greedy, but I decide to walk away with $15, which I can use to get another soda and candy bar in CVS. That's exactly what I do, and it costs me $11. Finally get down to the fashion show and have a walk around. Time to buy some souvenirs. I end up spending around about $23. I'm all worn out now and I sure don't have the energy to walk all the way back to New York, New York, so I get a 24-hour pass from the Deuce, which cost me $8. I get off at New York, New York and head into the casino hoping for a session like this morning. Get another drink from a cocktail waitress and tip her $3. I'm up and down, and I end up walking away from the machine with my original 20. Time to head to Excalibur and get something to eat, and I choose Popeyes. Cost me around about $18. While I'm here, I decide to stick a 20 in a machine, get another drink from cocktail waitress and tip her $3. Things were looking bleak, but in my final $5 I hit a sweet $45 bonus and decided to immediately walk away with whatever I had, which was around about $49. Head over to CVS and get some more drinks in my room, and then I head back and turn in for the night. Day 3, head into Starbucks for a coffee once again, cost me about $8, and why not have another little gamble? I don't get a drink this morning, but it all goes horribly wrong and I walk away with absolutely nothing. Brilliant, but never mind. I hop on the Deuce because I still have my 24-hour pass, and I go all the way up to downtown and stop in the D and drop a 20 in a slot. No cocktail waitress came round, so I didn't have a drink. Maybe it was fate, who knows. I cash out 20 and carry on. Time for a quick snack, so I pop into McDonald's at the plaza for a quick triple cheeseburger and a soda. Cost me around about $9. And I head into one of the souvenir shops for a nice little souvenir. That cost me about $10 as well. Headed back into Plaza for a quick gamble and a drink. $3 tip to the cocktail waitress. Bust again. I take home a single dollar. But then I head to Pink Box and get myself a Raiders football donut. Cost me just over $6 I think it was. And then I head to the Deuce before my 24 hours is up. I get off near Circus Circus. I feel like a little bit of arcade fun. I'm a sucker for that. Drop a 20 in and have a blast on a couple of arcade machines. Why not? Pick a couple of prizes from the prize area, then head downstairs to Burger King for something to eat. Yep, 2 burger places in one day. Don't judge. Cost me about $18. I haven't done much walking today, so I headed back to the room from all the way up here, stopping in TI for a gamble. Didn't get a drink in here, didn't really feel like one to be honest, but I walk away with $23. Well, it's time to keep on walking, and I head for the Bellagio and have another quick gamble and a drink. $3 tip this time. Things don't go so great, but it was starting to get a little late, so I took the $9 I had left and carried on down the strip. Back in New York, New York, just before I head up to the room, I decided I was going to sit down and stick another 20 in the machine. And what is this madness? 4th spin in and I hit a bonus, and boy, I was impressed with it. $78. Yep, that will do nicely. Play it down a little more. hoping for another bonus, but in the end I walked away with $60. Day 4, last morning for Starbucks coffee. Gambling time again in the hope of repeating my win from last night, but no such luck. Cut my losses and walk away with a measly $5. Buy a couple of candy bars from the Hershey shop. I do love my Reese's. And it's time to check out, but before I do, a quick gamble, and I double my luck with a $40 in. Ooh, can you believe it? It lasts longer than I thought, to be honest, and it's getting perilously close to checkout time, and as soon as I'm up a couple of dollars, I take what I can and I run. So at this point, I head home. So how much did I spend for all of this exactly? Well, my stay at New York was complimentary. All I had to pay was the resort fees, and I did just that. And in total it cost me $125.85. On day 1 I spent round about $89, and that includes all of the gambling that I did, the wins and the losses. On day 2 I spent around about $75 once again, including all of the wins and the losses from the gambling. And on day 3 I spent about $84, again gambling, wins and losses. And on day 4, I actually spent only $25 because I got that win at the end of the day. Yeah, I know it was only $9, but $9 is $9. So in total for the trip, if you include the hotel and the resort fees, it comes to $398.85 or thereabouts. Either way, it was definitely less than $400. So when people ask me, can you do Vegas cheap? I will point them to this video and say, yep. I may not be doing all the great things that people do, go on the big wheel, I may not be going up the strap, I may not be going into the nightclubs, but I had a great time over 3 nights and 4 days. And I really think that spending just under $100 a day, including a hotel, is a bargain, and I'd encourage anyone to give that a go. So that's how I spent 4 days, 3 nights in Las Vegas, spending less than $400 in total.